This is how we make the moonshine.
Boy, I can't believe you guys just have walnuts growing around here like this. I don't have that back home.
Really?
No, and no kinds of nuts grow, unless you plant them, you know?
In Graham County, North Carolina,
It's kind of like looking for Easter eggs.
after joining forces with moonshine innovator Amanda, Mark and Huck gather fresh nuts to make an infused liquor for a customer.
I think he'll like this.
I met Amanda at the Meister Distillery. She impressed me pretty good on the way she's infusing the liquors and stuff, and got me to thinking she could help me smooth this stuff down. Maybe I do a walnut honey flavor. There you go.
That
I got
works.
some walnuts.
So I got to see how Mark and Huck do corn liquor, and I was really grateful that they trusted me enough to let me do that. So an opportunity like this, it's really good for me to see that maybe I could teach them a little bit something as well. Should just need a few pounds of these guys to flavor the liquor with.
They still green though.
That's okay. They smell kind of citrusy. It gives it more flavor. Like Nicello Italian walnut liquor, they actually use green walnuts and ripened walnuts in it.
Oh.
And you pick them early in the season. When they're green, they're softer and they're full of juice, and it'll give us a really good flavor profile.
Yeah, I don't really understand, you know, with nuts and stuff like that about making liquor because I ain't never really fooled with it.
Nuts can be finicky and really hard to concentrate that flavor and have it infused to the liquor in the end. Hopefully this is exactly what this guy's looking for. All right, guys, now we gotta figure out some way to crack these walnuts.
About that, will that work?
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, the alcohol don't strip a taste of it.
No, the alcohol is astringent, so it absorbs it and it pulls it all out. The flavor and the oils and all the benefits.
I never worried much about it. I'd just take a drink, let my liver separate everything.
My idea is to just cook down the walnuts and the honey, and essentially we're just gonna make like an all-natural extract, and then use that to infuse the moonshine with.
What's a lot of walnuts, Amanda?
This is gonna be our secret ingredient. I have some wildflower honey.
You're just gonna cook that honey in with it. What does it smell good?
I'm gonna put a little bit of water in there and keep it from burning, and the rest of the honey. So we can light this up. We're gonna simmer it so we reduce the liquid a little bit. The heat will help extract all the flavor from the walnuts into the honey, and we can add that to the alcohol.
You get this flavor in that liquor like that?
I got a trick I'm gonna show you. We can just let that cool down, and we'll just mix this with the alcohol.
Okay.
We could pour it in the alcohol and it would absorb the flavor, but it would probably take a week or two for the alcohol really to penetrate the solids. So when you don't have a lot of time, this is the way to go. So this is just a whipped cream maker. You know, in a regular restaurant, you put cream in here. It's nitrogen dioxide. So we're gonna pressurize and we're just gonna force the alcohol into the walnuts, and it'll just rapidly speed up the process of flavoring.
Yeah, this is confusing to me. Damnedest thing I've ever seen.
We're gonna use NO2 or nitrogen dioxide in the whipped cream canister and pressurize, and then feel it got cold.
We do.
And we're gonna force the liquor right into the hard part of the nuts. Best way to learn is to do it yourself, right, Mark?
Right.
The more you shake it too, it's forcing millions of little bubbles in here.
Already.
And then we just let that sit under the pressure for like 10 to 20 minutes. Now, the fancy part, we put a ton of pressure on there. When we release the pressure, it's gonna be like a second pressurization. So 2 times it's gonna force flavor.
Sounded like the cap started leaking, didn't it?
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Science, you know? You wanna see how much bubbles is coming?
Oh, yeah.
So we've essentially carbonated it, but we do it with nitrogen. Rapid infusion 101.
I hear you, but I still don't understand.
It all will make sense when you finally taste it in the end.
We gotta let this stuff set overnight. She says we'll really be a believer when we see the other end of it. Don't know. I'm still wondering about it.
That I brought for us to filter the honey walnut moonshine with. We just let that alcohol and the walnuts steep together overnight. All the solids should have settled and the fat's risen to the top. So we're just gonna build, you know, basically like a simple water filter like you would have in your house.
Amanda brought all kinds of filters and lines and pumps.
These are micron filters. 5 microns is the rating. So it means how tightly they're bound. It's just cotton bound up real tight. Hopefully we can pump our infusion through the filters and we'll have it all nice and clear in the end. Let's see how this settled overnight.
Got a good flavor.
It does. Now all we have to do is get the clear liquor back out of here and leave the flavor in it. Step 1, we'll attach this to something and then we'll just build everything off of this. I'm pretty confident that the micron filters will work. I've used them numerous times on a small scale. It's gonna go into this chamber, filter it out one time, second time. We're gonna use the water recirculating pump, and that'll force the alcohol through this filter here.
Yeah, just like fixing to rig something up, give us dialysis or something.
Need a bucket to collect our filtered alcohol in.
I'm looking at this stuff and it's still just as bad as it was the day before. It's gonna take something to strain that out, I'll tell you. It's like a muddy mess to me.
That makes me nervous.
I think they might be a little bit scared at what we're doing and how it's gonna look. In theory, it should just filter perfectly, but when you're building and inventing, you know, there's a lot of trial and error that goes along with that. Ready? All right, feeling good about this, guys. It's working. This filter needs a second to get saturated. Let's see. Oh, man.
Worked for a minute, didn't it?
Son of a bitch.
Let me ask the question. Since that's got all them nuts and everything in it,
Yep,
would it be better to strain that into another bucket and then shoot it through them filters?
it may be.
Because that's a lot of solids in there.
Yeah.
Pumps clogging up. I think she can straighten everything out. I hope she can.
My job here now is to prove to them that a little bit of science, a little bit of old school techniques, a little bit of new school techniques together, and we can solve problems. Ready? The moment of truth. Take two. Oh my God, it's actually working. That is amazing. Oh God.
Everything in the filters was cloudy. And I thought, there's no way this is gonna come out clear on the other end, but it did.
Oh.
That alcohol burns.
Get the eye.
Tastes good, though.
All right, one more bucket.
One more bucket.
Okay. What do you think, guys?
Working.
Working.
I never would have believed it.
It's coming out nice and clear.
Look at our
Oh, it looks good.
moment of truth.
Need your honest opinion, guys.
We may not want to sell this. We want to keep it.
What do you think,
We
Mike?
may not sell it.
It's absolutely perfect. It's good and clear. It still had the same kick about it.
Not bad. Think he's gonna like it?
If he don't like that right there, you can't make him happy.
I'm pretty confident that the customer's gonna love it.
I'm probably fixing to say something dumb. If I am, you just tell me. Could we not do something like that on a bigger scale?
That would work.
Me and Huck, usually, we get to thinking about something. And if we could get a whole lot bigger scale, make a lot more liquor, you know, and putting a real good flavor, it'd be a money maker.
Making liquor with these seasoned vets of moonshining, it's beyond anything that I could have asked for. Knowledge is really a shared thing. You share it with someone else, they share it with you, and that's how you learn and you grow.